frick, it's daytime. I have to take cover. Let me just go inside. Oh, I don't think I can make it. I kind of panicked, but I made it in. Hey, this is Chris. Hopefully everyone is having an awesome day, and welcome back to another mod showcase, where today we're showcasing the Origins mod for 1.17.1, and it's a mod that adds a bunch of origins, and each of these origins allows you to choose some really awesome abilities, and all of these abilities come with their own unique challenges. Alright, so here's how to choose your origin. So first you just need to create a new world and let it load to 100%. Now here's your origin menu. So there is a ton of origins to choose from, and you also have to take into consideration the impact. So this is how much it'll affect your life. So for example, here the impact is low, so that means it won't affect your life that much. But if it's on red, that means that's gonna affect your life a lot. So for example, here we have Phantom, it affects you a lot. And also Blazeborn, because it actually spawns you in the nether. But we're just gonna go random, so here we go. And by the way, if you want to be a pathetic human, just choose this one. But if you just want to go crazy like me, you just click select on random. And you don't even know who you are, because if you look at yourself, you still look normal, unless you use your abilities. So, let's see, do we have any abilities? Oh yeah, so we're the Avian, which also means the Birdman, but I'm sad that I don't actually look like a bird. And here's another way to choose your origin. So you just want to go into creative, and yes, this does require creative, obviously, but here, we're just gonna type orb of origin. So here we have the orb of origin, and now we can just choose it again. So we're just gonna right click, and here it should just bring up the menu. So you can choose to be a human or choose to be absolutely anything else you want. And you can also choose your origins with commands, which I'll show you later on in the video. By the way guys, this is a machine I'll use throughout the video, since it's a machine that actually changes how you look once you choose an origin. So like I said earlier, once you choose an origin, you look completely the same no matter which origin you choose, unless you have this machine in your world, but it's probably a little bit advanced and you probably might not get this in your world. So yeah, there's a lot of electronics inside these blocks, and wait, I'm kind of afraid since Orsican designed most of this. Orsican, are you sure this won't actually kill me or disintegrate me or destroy my body in any other way?
Oh, there's a 5% chance that you'll turn into a blob of gel.
Orsican, why? What the frick did you put in here? What did you use in this machine?
Oh, I'll just use some super glue and it got on some circuit boards.
Orsican, why? Just be more careful next time. You know what, enough of this. Let's actually go to the machine, and hopefully the 5% chance doesn't actually happen. So let's activate this machine in 3, 2, 1. Holy frick, my eyes! Oh, we actually changed that. Oh, thank you, Orsican, for putting me in survive. I kind of forgot about that.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave, and what am I? I'm an avian, but why am I a chicken, man? I'm a chicken in a tuxedo. That's actually hilarious. I kind of have awesome shades. But now, here's what the Avian can do. So here's the Avian's first ability, and that is speed. So once you start running, you'll notice a little bit of speed. And then once you start sprinting, you'll notice that you're Lightning McQueen. I don't know why you have to make references, but let's move on to the Dex ability. Here's the Dex ability. Now you can slow fall onto the ground without breaking your leg. So just look at how majestic I look falling from the sky. Exactly like a normal chicken. So yeah, but I'm cooler than most chickens now. So here are some disadvantages to becoming an avian. So first off, when you start running, you're gonna get hungrier a lot quicker since you're running double the distance. But that is really not a disadvantage. But here's where the other disadvantage comes in. Holy frick! Why did that jump scare me so hard? Dang it. What the frick is he doing? Whoa! Oh, I kind of forgot that I'm in... Okay, you know what? We're going peaceful. I kind of forgot that I wasn't really creative. Alright, now that I'm calmer, here's the second disadvantage. So you can no longer sleep unless you're at 86 or above. And by the way, I mean the Y coordinate. So I'm just gonna zoom in on the coordinates. So here we go. Yeah, we're at 84 and we're gonna try to sleep. And there's not enough fresh air. So no matter how much we click, we cannot sleep here. But once we go outside, we should be able to go to sleep. Now we're at Y100. younger than 15, and we should be able to sleep. And by the way, you'll notice something once you fall asleep, apart from your little seizure while going to sleep, you'll actually lay an egg. I don't know why you lay an egg every morning, but that's how it works. And now the last disadvantage is you can no longer eat meat. So just here at my mouth, I'm clicking repeatedly. There's no way to actually eat meat, but you can only eat fruits and vegetables. And by the way, it doesn't actually make you vegan because you can actually drink milk. So it just makes you vegetarian. And no, I don't want to trade with you, Squidward. So now we're direct. For a second, I told you wanted to be Spider-Man. What the frick is wrong with you?
Oh, I like his vacation clothing better.
Yeah, he actually does look better. Alright, so now we're just gonna cover its first ability. And by the way, there's something major you may notice, and that is you're missing 3 hearts. So now that you're Spider, you're a little bit weaker than usual. And now, let me just show you one of its abilities, and that is the ability to climb walls. So now you're Spider-Man, just a real Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Ow! Why am I singing? And by the way, that is the only downside. So just make sure that once you're about to hit the ground, to just click shift so you won't die and break your legs. Wait, what the frick did I just say? But anyway, here's the next ability, which is the ability to tangle your enemies in cobwebs. So now you will make your enemies glow and you create your own artificial cobweb. And by the way, there is a recharge timer down there, so you can't actually spam this move. But now we're just gonna do it again, and let's actually kill the zombies. So it is super helpful to actually get your mobs to get stuck, and you can just kill them, except if it's a creeper, you'll have to run away each time, just like normal. And now moving on to the next ability, and that is the ability to sense when things are actually going through cobwebs. So as you can see, this zombie will glow as long as he's in cobwebs. So now that he's gonna leave his cobwebs, it should just start not glowing anymore. Why am I so bad at grammar? But let's just get him to get out here. And there we go. So now he's back to normal and he doesn't have any highlights. And now let's murder him because I want to show you next thing. So here's the next ability, and that is the ability to climb through cobwebs. And by the way, if you actually collect some cobwebs with Silk Touch, you're able to click shift and just start placing them. So we're holding spacebar and shift at the same time, and you can just make towers of cobwebs if you want. And now here's a disadvantage. You are now a full carnivore, so no matter how much you try to eat fruits or veggies, you cannot. You can only eat steak and possibly milk. I kind of didn't test that, so let's do the milk test. And yes, you can drink spider as a milk. Wait, what the frick? I mean, you can drink milk as a spider. Alright, so now we're in Elytrian, and I remember this suit actually. This is the one from Terra Swoop Force. Yeah, I remember playing that map. But anyway, what you will notice about the Elytrian is they actually have their own Elytra wings. So now you won't have to go to the end or anything to look for Elytra wings. And the great thing about these is they'll never break because they're part of your body, which is kind of obvious because it's like saying, hey, your legs will last for as long as your body does. You know what? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But here is the really special ability. So you can just click G and it'll launch you 20 blocks into the air. And now you can use the Elytra like normal. And there's a refresh timer which lasts about 30 seconds. Yeah, it is 30 seconds. Once 30 seconds passes, you can actually use this again. So now that the timer reset, you can click G again while in the air, and it'll launch you even further into the air. Alright, ignore the damage on that tree, but here's another ability, so you can insta-kill things once you hit them while flying. So I know it happens in normal Minecraft, but it seems to be a lot stronger, and it just insta-kills them. By the way, here is the disadvantage. So you actually are a little bit more fragile. So that means it'll be easier to break your skull if you hit a wall, or break your legs if you hit the ground too hard. Now, here's another disadvantage. So you can only wear chainmail or less armor. So what I mean is, for example, here we have iron armor, and we can't wear the entire set because it is way too heavy. So we could just only wear chainmail, which allows us to protect ourselves a little bit better than just iron. But still, that is a really major disadvantage. So here's the final disadvantage, and that is once you spend too much time in a place with a low ceiling, you get weakness and slowness, and it slowly starts accumulating time. So this is basically you being claustrophobic probably, and even this is way too low. So here we are at a 3 blocks tall ceiling, and we still have weakness and slowness, and we're slowly getting even more scared. But now that we're under a ceiling that's tall enough, which is 4 blocks tall, we should be back to normal, and we should start losing time on the slowness and weakness. So now that we're no longer in a claustrophobic space, we're completely back to normal. So now we're Shulk. This guy looks so derpy. You know what? I'll take it. It looks really funny. But here is the advantage of being a Shulk. So the first thing you can do is click G, and it'll open a Shulker inventory. So here you can just put whatever you want, and it won't get deleted once you die. So we're just gonna kill ourselves in lava by taking a nice warm bath in this molten fluid. And now we're gonna respawn. So it looks like I had keep inventory on, so let's try this again. So we lost everything in our main inventory, but now if we click G, absolutely every single thing is intact. So this will be pretty useful if you find any treasure. Just keep it in here, and you'll never have to worry about it ever again. So your next ability as a Shulk is the ability to have such buff arms that you can literally break through stone, granite, and any other materials like this. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through the entire list, but there's a lot of materials you can break with your bare hands. But there's also other materials you can't break with your bare hands, like sandstone, ores, and even amethyst, and there's other blocks that I couldn't show right here. And the final thing about the Shulk is you may have noticed that you actually have natural armor. Just look at this guy. Doesn't he look buff? Doesn't he look like he's armored since he's a Shulker-based mob? Yeah, I don't know why did I get so angry. But anyway, what that means is you really don't need that much armor. So you can just have your shirt and pants, and you don't need any shoes or helmet. You can just be, you can dress however you want, and you can probably figure out other combinations, but it makes it so overpowered. And now here are the disadvantages. So one disadvantage is you can't actually use shields. No matter how much you try, you can't use shields, even if they're in your hand. Absolutely nothing. And the final disadvantage you may not notice that much is you have increased hunger since you have all of this armor on top of you. So now we are Feline. I kind of get the feeling Orgins is stealing bodies. So let's do this really quick so we can give back the body to Stampy. But anyway, the first thing you'll notice is you have 1 less heart, so that means you have 9 lives. So the first ability you have as a feline is you won't take any fall damage because you always land on your legs. And even though it sounds like I broke my legs, I promise you my legs are still okay. So the next ability as a feline is, if you're sprinting, you can just jump like a mad lad. So just look at that jump I just made. And I can also just do it all the way back here. So yeah, it's the best thing for parkour. Now here's my favorite ability as the feline, and that is the ability to drive creepers insane. So we're just gonna spawn a creeper, and I just noticed Orgins is gone. I know he's guilty of stealing bodies, but anyway, let's spawn a creeper and let's just chase it down. So you'll no longer have to be afraid of creepers. They're gonna be afraid of you. So let's just keep chasing it. Why am I having so much fun? Poor creeper. Anyway, we should probably kill it just in case. So let's just kill it. Nothing. He's not attacking you. Oh, wait. Was he actually gonna kill me? Holy frick. Okay, yeah. That was a big mistake. So once you attack the creeper, be careful. It will literally blow up. And the final ability you have as a feline is the ability to have a little bit of night vision. So it's not as strong as normal night vision, but just look at it. It looks like the perfect balance. Now, here's your one disadvantage. So if there's too many stones right next to each other, you can't actually mine it. So no matter how much you try, you can't mine all of the stone. But if there isn't as much stone, you can just do this and just break it like normal. Now you may be wondering, how do you freaking mine? Well, you just take a strength potion and then you can start mining like normal. So here's an example of what I mean. So here are 3 blocks around this stone, so there's no way to mine this stone because it is surrounded. And same applies if it's upside down, and it does the exact same thing. But once you go towards the edges, you can start mining. So yeah, that's as best as I can explain it, and I'm not gonna go further. So now we're in Enderian, and holy frick, frick, that looks so hardcore. But anyway, here's the ability it has. So the first ability is, once you click G, you can launch your own Ender Pros. So I don't have any in my inventory, and by the way, you have to be careful because you can suffocate yourself, but you just have unlimited Ender Pros. Now, here's your next ability as an Enderian, and that is Extended Reach. So just look at how far I can place this, and I can even break it from over here. And I'm also gonna test this as a normal human because I have an orb of origin here, and now we're just gonna punch the zombie. So look at how far my reach is. Now we're just gonna turn into a normal human just for comparison. And look, I can't punch him. I have to get really close and personal with him. And also, I have to get really close and personal with the blocks. So yeah, this is as far as I can reach now because my arms are now pathetic human arms. So your first disadvantage as an Enderian is that you're now allergic to water. So let's just take the nice refreshing bath. Actually, I don't think this is really refreshing. I think I'm getting rashes and everything, but don't go in the waters an Enderian. So your final disadvantage is a really funny one, and that is the irrational fear of pumpkins. So don't ask me how I'm actually holding this pumpkin right now if I'm irrationally scared of it, but we're just gonna place it on top of the armor stand, and we're so irrationally scared of this that we can no longer see it. It's completely invisible. It's gone from our minds. For the next origin, I have modified this to teleport us to the ocean, and it's water cold like the ones downstairs.
I modified most of that.
I'm sorry, Orgins. I shouldn't freaking take the credit, I know.
I'm Hopsican now.
What the frick does that mean, Orgins?
That means I'm Hopsican plus Hulk. I'm super angry.
Oh, Corsican, dang it. Just calm down, dude. Alright, so we are gonna teleport to the ocean in 3, 2, 1. Holy frick, that's always disorienting. Oh, why didn't Corsican teleport me into the ocean? I'm gonna drown. And by the way, right now, I'm the Merlin. And just look at... Holy frick, that looks so hardcore. Corsican has been doing a great job at choosing them, but here's what the Merling can do. So the first thing you'll notice is you can breathe underwater, you can see better underwater, but it gets better than that. So now you can actually break blocks at normal speeds underwater. As long as you're underwater, you're gonna still mine at the same velocity. Just look at me, I'm a mining god underwater now. Holy frick, I forgot to breathe. But here's the other ability, and that is the ability to not sink underwater. So you're just gonna walk, like if you're on land, just look at me, I'm just gonna go down here. I'm gonna walk at the bottom of the ocean, and I can just keep going at that same speed. And there's also something else. So now you can swim faster, since you're a fishman. And like I've established before, you will start drowning once you're on land. No matter if you look like a god, if you're a fishman, you have to breathe water. Alright, so we're gonna turn into the Blazeborn. And by the way, it won't actually spawn you in the nether if you use the Orb of Origin. That's why I'm on this menu. So now we are here, and by the way, I did get the machine to actually affect other worlds too. So I am this hardcore lucky blaze guy. But the first thing you'll notice is you're immune to fire, obviously. Since you're blaze, you can just walk over magma blocks and also swim in lava. Just how cool is that? And now let's test it. So we're just gonna punch this guy, and it took away 1 health. But now, if we're on fire, we actually do a lot more damage. Just look at the amount of damage I just did to that guy. And another thing about the Blazeborn is, it's immune to hunger and poison. So let's just drink this potion. And nothing, absolutely nothing. So it only damaged us for a few seconds, and then it stopped. So your disadvantage, apart from obviously being in the nether, is you're allergic to water, and this is the perfect place to spawn in. So we're just gonna dip ourselves in ice cold water, and we should start taking damage. Wait, why do I say it like if it's a good thing? Alright, so now we're a phantom, and the first thing you'll notice, apart from my slightly visible arm, is that you have 3 less hearts, and that's a major disadvantage when you consider that once you go under the sun, you'll start burning. So that's why I was hiding down here, so I wouldn't die. And now there's a way that you can actually handle this, and that is by clicking G, which should put you in the phantom state. And this phantom state will use up a lot of hunger, so as you can see, it's slowly starting to go down. So do pack a big lunch before going into the phantom state. And now that you're in the phantom state, you have a really awesome ability, which is one of my favorite abilities, and that is the ability to walk through blocks. So just look at me, I'm just going through all these blocks. It gets me so excited. It's really awesome. And you can also go further and click shift and start going down. And once you click the spacebar, you can start jumping up and going back to surface. It's so freaking awesome, man. This is a great way to find caves. So we're just gonna slowly go down until we find a cave. Oh, here we go. So we got found the cave, and we can just click spacebar and come back up here. And by the way, you will be seen by other mobs apparently, although I'm not sure if that's intended. And there's something else you should take into consideration, and that is once you reach bedrock levels, you can no longer go down anymore. So we're just stuck here. And here we go. So, yep, we have reached rock bottom. And also be careful because you can do this and accidentally burn yourself in lava, which I already did. By the way, I did find out the mobs will notice you in the phantom state if you get a little bit too close. So now I'm going to show you how to choose your origin using commands. So the first thing you want to do is open your command menu, obviously, and then you want to type origin. So here we have origin, and then what you want to do is click set. So this means that you'll set it to whatever you want, and then you can just type in your name. So here is our name, and then you just type origins, and it should tell you what you can choose right there. And then you can just do origins and choose whatever you want here. So you can just go down using the up and down arrows and click tab to choose whatever you want. So here we're just gonna choose the Elytrian, and here we go. So now we're in Elytrian and we can launch ourselves, and good thing we're in creative. And there's a few other things you can do with commands. So you can type get, and it should tell you which origin you are, just in case you want to know. And there's also something else you can do. So you can do has, and then you can just ask it if it's true or false. So we're gonna ask it if we are a Blazeborn right here, and let's just type in enter, and here we go. So the test has failed, and now let's test for Elytrian, and the test has been passed. And by the way, I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm not used to doing commands on video. And by the way, I'm just gonna show you a data pack that makes it so you can actually craft the Orb of Origin in survival. And by the way, if you don't know how to install data pack, I may try to find a good video and link it in the description below, because showing folders and all that is not my strong point. So I'm just gonna link you to an Orb of Origin that requires a nether store and 4 eyes of ender. But if you want, you can search for other ones there. And by the way, I wanted to add something else. So those are not the only data packs. There's other data packs, like some of them actually allow you to make your own custom origins, and there's also more. So if you go to the origins page and go down here to add-ons, there's other mods that actually add origins. So there is a lot of mods that add origins. Just look at the amount of mods here. And there's also a second page, if I remember. Yep, there's a second page. So if you want to have more choices, here you go. Just go over here. Anyway, that was it for today's mod showcase. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this different style. I would usually not show or use Horsican's inventions during the showcase. No offense to Horsican, because yeah, it might take away a little bit from the showcase. But since it's a lot of fun, I'm just gonna keep doing it just because I love it. If you guys don't like it a little bit, just tell me and I probably might take it down a notch. But anyway, don't forget to burn that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you happen to be enjoying my content. Then don't forget to leave 20 likes, or else this guy is gonna come after you and haunt your dreams for the rest of your life. Oh, holy frick. Okay, you know what? I'm just joking, guys. This guy won't actually come to haunt you. But just rest assured that this guy is never gonna come to your house. And anyway, don't forget to have an awesome day or night. And see you all later. Bye!